Yeah, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is VictorObasuyi, and the channel is My Take on It to Dr. VictorObasuyi. Today, I'm going to be talking about aging and the impact it has on vision and driving. We all know that as we get older, vision declines. The ability to drive depends on vision, but not just on vision alone. It also depends on cognitive ability and the motor skills. Again, cognitive ability depends on the brain. As we get older, it declines. Motor skills depends on the muscles. The muscles also decline with age. So as we get older, there are more challenges with driving. One of the things that happens that we don't have control of is the clouding of the lens. For every one of us, the clouding of the lens, which is referred to as cataract, nobody can avoid it. Cataract is like gray hair. As we get older, everyone will get it. Some people get it earlier than others. Then some will get it. It doesn't grow fast. Just like gray hair. Some get it and it grows very fast. And they have to take it out. The same way you can have, some people have gray hair and 20 years you see them, they still have the same small part of gray hair. Some people might have gray hair today. 6 months when you see them, they're all gray. So that's the way cataract works. And so when, as we get older, every one of us, even the animals, develop cataract. That means the lens becomes cloudy. When the lens is cloudy and you're trying to drive, it's like you're looking through a dirty windshield. So vision obviously will be impaired. Unlike a younger child or younger person that is looking through a very clear lens, the lens, the natural lens in the eye, which we're talking about, is the one that allows light to get to the back of the eye. It also focuses light at the retina so we can have a good vision. So the lens does two things. It has to be very clear to allow light to get to the back of the eye. Then it has to be able to focus light on the retina. So two parts of the eye needs to be very transparent for us to have very good vision. That's the cornea, which is the clear part of the clear front part of the eye, and the lens. Those two always have to be transparent for you to have maximum vision. Again, in the absence of cataract, the next one that happens is at the pupil. So there are three things. The lens becomes cloudy as we get older, which is called cataract. The good thing with cataract is when it gets bad, it can be taken out and replaced. When you replace the lens with an artificial one, the vision comes back to normal. Unlike something like glaucoma that is irreversible. And that's why they say cataract is the #1 cause of blindness, reversible blindness. Then the next thing that happens is the pupil size. As we get older, our pupil size becomes smaller. So the normal pupil is usually about 2 to 4 millimeters under normal daylight. At night, what happens is the pupil expands, or what we call dilation. It can dilate to 4 to about 8 millimeters, which means it doubles the size. The reason for the dilation is at night, we don't have much light. So the pupil has to expand to allow more light to get to the retina. But during the day when it's very bright, what the pupil does is constrict. It becomes much smaller, so it cuts off the excess light. So this is the mechanism that the eye ensures that the optimal amount of light is what gets to the retina. Not too much and not too low. So that mechanism, as you get older, it starts to fail. And that's why the pupil becomes smaller as we get older. So at night, a younger person can see way clearer at far than an older person for this reason. That's because they have more light getting to the back of the retina compared to the older person. And the older you get, the smaller the pupil becomes. The next thing that happens, the amount of tears that we produce gradually reduces. So the lacrimal gland, which produces the tears, doesn't produce as much tears as it used to when we were much younger. So what happens? Patients start to develop dry eyes. What are the symptoms? The patient will tell you, doctor, my eyes are always burning. Or sometimes they tell you that my eyes just feel tired. I'm not tired, but my eyes just feel tired. Or sometimes they could come in with, oh, my eyes are always watery, so they have to always rub their eyes. When you see them rubbing their eyes, what they're indirectly doing is stimulating the lacrimal gland to produce tears. So these three things, cataract will impair your vision, smaller pupil will also impair your vision, then dry eyes will. So but the tips that I'm going to give is this. For night driving, make sure you get night driving glasses, or what they call night vision glasses. It really helps. Then also with the cataract, it scatters the light rays. So when light tries to come to the eye, because the lens is cloudy, it scatters the light, and that's what causes glare. When patients tell you, when I'm driving at night, the oncoming vehicle, the glare really bothers me. For that, there's what we call anti-glare coating. You can have it on your glasses, and it will help in that part. Then for dry eyes, there are a lot of dry eye drops over the counter that you can get. The good thing about the dry eye drops is that they're non-medicinal. They're just moisturizer, so they help lubricate the eyes. When the eye is lubricated, vision is a lot better. So you can get those dry eye drops over the counter. Always make sure you have it at home, have it in the car. What happens anytime you stare a lot, you don't blink often, then the eye will start to dry up. So that's why dry eyes will happen when people that do a lot of computer work, people that do a lot of reading, people that watch a lot of movie, or people that do things that requires them to focus, or if you do a lot of long distance driving, of course the eyes will be dry. So it's always good to have those dry eye drops around. Then also there are some exercises that you could do with the eyes. There's the one that's called the 20-20-20 rule, which means every 20 minutes you take a 20 seconds break to look at an object that is 20 feet away. 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes take a 20 seconds break and focus on something that's 20 feet away. It helps relax the muscles of the eye. Then for dry eye again, for a lot of us, when we drive, we tend to either leave the windows open or we turn the vents on. I tell my patients this all the time. When you turn the vents on, if you have to, turn it away from your eyes. The vents, we always turn them on when the weather is cold. We want a heater, we turn the vent on and direct it towards our face. When the weather is very warm, we want air conditioner, we turn them on again and the vent directed towards our face. What this does, the wind and heat will dry up the eyes faster. So if you must use the vent in the car, always make sure that you direct them away from your eyes. You can direct them just below the eye level. You will still get the same heat or cool air that you want, but you just don't direct them towards your eyes. Again, if you are driving to a new area, plan ahead. If you're going to be driving at night, because all these problems are worse at night. So if you're going to be going to a new area that you don't know, if you can't go during the day, then if you must go at night, at least give yourself some extra time. Then avoid unnecessary driving distractions. Like a lot of people, when they are driving, they want to be able to send text message, they want to quickly make that call while driving. As we get older, our reflexes are not as much as what they were when we were much younger. So that's why I said before that the cognitive ability will slow down, then the motor skills slows down. So consider the vision is already poor, is already poor with age, then it's worse at night, then you're also trying to test and drive. Obviously, you're adding salt to injury by doing this, because it just makes everything worse. If you must send that text message or make the call, pull your car on the side of the road, do what you need to do, then continue. Let's make the road safe for other road users. Again, general eye examination is very important. The older we get, the more susceptible we are to conditions like cataract, glaucoma, macular degeneration, which can significantly impair our vision. The earlier those things are caught, the better it is. So that's why it's important to always go for your general eye examination at least once a year. It is very important, and make sure that whenever your eyes are getting checked, you do is a thorough examination. The eye should be dilated. If the eye is not dilated, things like cataract, glaucoma, and macular degeneration can easily be missed. So ensure that whoever your eye doctor is doing a thorough examination with the eyes dilated. So I just thought I should share these tips with you guys. Awareness is key. Other road users also need to be safe around you too. I have patients that are over 90 years old and still insist that they have to drive. If your motor skills are good, your reflexes are good, vision is good, your cognitive ability is good, they don't have any problem. But I've seen the ones that can barely carry themselves. They walk with a cane, can barely move their neck to see what is happening beside them or even behind, and they insist that they must drive. We all get a certain stage in life where certain things have to stop. Most times your eye doctor will tell you when to drop the keys, or your family members will tell you when to drop the keys. You don't have to be stubborn. There are other options of moving around. You have to be alive to be able to move around. Don't put other lives in danger because of your own interest. So I just thought I'll share this with you guys. Share the videos with others. Let's all be careful. Also the food we eat. There are some food that are very good for the health of the eyes, and that's the next video that I'm gonna be sharing. So watch out for that. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.